getting some dishes ready. But I am on the 100-day, the Harry the Big Dog 100 video live stream challenge. 30 days, 100 videos. I'm on video number 82. So I figured I'd take some time right now as I'm doing a little kitchen cleanup and talk about a few things with you while we wait. All right, so I'll be right back after this. I really like that little intro thing there. I got to see if there's a way I can plug a different one in there. Hey, who's who is catching me early in the morning doing dishes? Let me know who you are, and if you are watching this on replay, just pop in replay. Anyway, so I've got an uncle, a very wise uncle, and he has a saying: "Handle it once." And I always knew that it was an important statement, but as I get older, I realize how important it really is. Um, he had a really, or I should say, has a really good habit of whatever he's got on his plate, whether it is, um, he just finishes eating or whatever, he goes into the kitchen, he immediately will wash the dish and put it in the dishwasher so he doesn't have to return back to it. And I thought, that's actually not a bad way to approach life. Because if we were to handle the things pretty immediately when they come up, we wouldn't have a whole bunch of stuff that overwhelms us later because we're just knocking the things out as they come up. Now, that's not always the most convenient thing, and it all depends on what those things are and what other pressing things that you have to do. But then that's when you put a plan together to delegate that stuff. So right now, I've been up for the most part of the evening, so I'm about to knock out to sleep. But I figured before I knocked out to sleep, let me get the kitchen together. That way, I don't have to wake up to anything. I was up because I was working on knocking out my videos, and then also I had some planning to do. So I'm still working on plans for a couple of proposals, and I've been kind of fleshing them out, making sure that I'm covering the right bases at the right time. One of them is actually both of them are pretty huge projects. And so I want to make sure that I have thoroughly thought them through. So what my process is that I go over, in my own vacuum, given my research and all of that. And then I run them by my colleagues to see if I've missed anything. And then if they can't find anything to punch holes in, then I go ahead and submit it. I don't know about you, but the kitchen is one of my favorite places in a house, because I think it's one of the most creative places that you can be. You can really make a whole bunch of different kind of meals and you could innovate a whole bunch of different types of desserts, foods, and things like that. I was talking to Regina the other day. That's Regina of Regina's Baking Academy, and we got to talking about some different dishes and innovations. I was telling her, I said, what I would do is I would take some a bunt pan. I would take potatoes and I would shave them. You know, shave them really thin, and then I would layer them inside of that bunt baking pan, and I would take that and oil it, of course, dust it so that it doesn't stick, and then I would layer it with the potato, and then I'd add other things in there. If you do cheese, you can throw the cheese in there, but I would put in like grilled zucchini, eggplant. Uh, I'd fill it in with some cheese or what have you, and then I would layer that with more potato, thinly sliced, little layer of oil so that it crisps up. And then I would take, and I would season along the way. It wouldn't be just a bland potato. It would have some seasonings on there. Um, Rosemary, onion that's been caramelized, maybe a little garlic that's been minced up, crushed and diced. Um, I throw in some grilled eggplant, zucchini as layers, and then I would cover it with more potato and a little oil on top, and then I'd throw it in the oven, and then I would bake that down until it became nice and crispy on the edges, and then I'd turn it over into a serving platter, lift off the bunt pan, and then I'd slice it down and serve it like that, right? Anyway, so by the time I was finished explaining that, both of our mouths were watering, like, you know, that could be dinner right now. But yeah, so if you are a vegetarian, you can substitute any of the meats and things like that with the eggplant, the zucchini, mushrooms. The creminis are really good. The portobellos are really good. You can use morels or chanterelles. There's the enoki mushrooms. You can saute those up. I would saute them with a little chipotle and some garlic and onion, um, and a little bit of salt and dill weed. Of course, I gotta have dill weed. And I'd saute those down until they were real meaty in the texture, and then I'd chop them up, and then I'd layer that inside of that bunt dish with the potatoes that are lining the bunt dish. And then I'd continue to layer with the zucchini and that's been grilled and the eggplants and all that. And I'm telling you, that would be a beautiful dish. So let me know in the comments what kind of food you like. I'm not just saying this because I'm being nosy. I'd actually like to know what would be some great items to add to the page and cook things up. On my Get in My Kitchen page. So let me know. Let me know what you have a taste for, and then I will take that information and innovate a dish, or two, or 10. Let me see. Hey, how you doing, cuz? How's it going? Ooh, salmon. Salmon is good. Salmon is good. Yeah. I like salmon in a lot of different ways. I like it in a cream sauce. I like it in a lemon pepper. I like it I like it in a puttanesque sauce, which is really nice. And then with a nice, just regular tomato, uh, yeah, a tomato like a marinara type of sauce, really tasty that way. Yeah, so I don't know if you got a chance to check it out because the training that I did the other day at for Faithpreneur, but if you haven't, I did one on mastering your media and the research portion of it. And so I went in and delved into how you use Google Trends and uh, zip code searches and Pinterest and Facebook graph search. Let me see, what else did I cover? Not sure if I covered YouTube in that one or not. Oh yeah, and then keyword tool. But I showed how to design your searches so that you're getting searches that cover the buyer intent. So came out pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, delicious, delicious. Okay, yes, this stuff. Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, I got to go in and do a part 2 on that. And I mean, it may go out to multi-parts because, just on Google alone, there's like over 40 different assets that can be used in that process. Matter of fact, I did a Google Assets video like 2 videos ago, 2 or 3, last night or early this morning. I think it's called like brainstorming Google Assets or something like that. Okay, so what do you have going on, cuz? What's new? What are you working on that we should know about? Type it in the comments. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I forgot also, there's like a 20 some odd second delay. So I have to remember that. So yeah, type in the comments what you're working on, what you got going. Just finished treatment. Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling? I don't know if that's a tiring process or not. I'm not as well versed in that, and the aftermath, if there's like a recovery time that you have to have, or, if it wears you out. So there's a few folks who are doing this challenge along with me, and it's growing, continuing to grow. TC jumped on, is doing a version of it, Oh, you know what, cuz? Let me know if you are open to being interviewed before this month is out. I think I want to interview you on, um, not only your profession, your media and all that, but then also on uh, your your victory walk and just what you're doing from an advocacy standpoint, on kidney health and all of that. So let me know what your time looks like. Message me or what have you, because I'd love to set up an interview and kind of talk about it. And hopefully it's something that could be beneficial to folks so they know that there are those who understand what they're dealing with and have some wisdom and insight on it. I still can't get over the story of how all of that came about. You know, um, you went in for your dad, and then next thing they checked you out, and ended up God using that to save your life. That was kind of amazing how things just work out. But he does say that all things work together for our good. So talk about a godsend to see that. Anyway, but yeah, let me know. Yeah, so today I'm gonna get some good rest. Get those proposals out, God willing, and then after that, it's Shabbat. I'm excited for Shabbat. Jumpstart Your Day Prayer Workbook. Ooh, nice. Will be released next month. Nice. Okay, however, the people currently working on the Jumpstart Your Day Prayer Workbook will be released next month. However, right now available is resource a prayer journal, a journal to journal your journey of prayer order today. Nice. Yes, it takes a lot out. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, that is cool. Okay, so you all click on that link and get your prayer journal. Yeah, life can get so busy. I can't believe that, so much time has passed since Faithpreneur. I mean, it's like, yeah, everything just went so fast. It was like, let me see, when did we first do the meetings? Did we start the Winnie Birch committee meetings in March, April, or May? I don't remember. But it just seems like, it was like one day, and then next thing we were on the other side of Faithpreneur weekend. Amazing how that happens. Yes, it takes time. Okay, you have a lot of dishes. I know, I know, I know. But I got four boys here, not to mention the other adults. So a lot of dishes. And yesterday, or last night, nobody really felt like doing. I mean, I was working, so I couldn't knock the dishes out. And when I sent the boys to bed, I said, "Yeah, I'll grab them." So yeah, so it's just enough to get that dishwasher going, though. So I'm happy about that. That was the end of March. Yeah, wow. That time just flew by. Literally flew by. And then it's starting to get cold out here. Is it getting cold out there in New York? Has it started moving into that winter feel of the air. Oh, good, yeah. Yeah, because it's starting, the temperature's starting to drop out here. Everybody's starting to feel it. All right, I need to jump off. No feel is good here. Oh, nice. The leaves and trees are beautiful. That's awesome. Well, I hope you take some good pictures. I have consistently missed the season change images and videos that I've wanted to get ever since I've lived out here, which has been since like 2002. Um, every year I'm like, okay, I got to get those before they fall off the tree. And then I'm always busy and then don't get to them. And then they're all off the tree. And so hopefully this year I can get some good video of them falling off the tree because I love that look. All right, Gus. So you have a good one. I will talk to you. Oh, and let me know if you're good with getting interviewed. Okay. And I love you, by the way. Let's see. The tree is beautiful. Nice. Speak with you soon. Love you. Love you too. Something about cleaning off the countertop that I think actually has a life lesson in it. Sometimes things can look like they're really clean until you start getting down into it. And then you start seeing that the spot that looked clean before you started cleaning it, you have now a lighter spot where you scrubbed. And then that means you got to clean everything. And that's kind of like how life is, right? You start out in a small area, and the more you clean, the more you grow, the more you mature, the more you realize that you've got to grow and clean and mature. And it's a daily basis, moment by moment. You never get away from it. And then you come to a resolve where that just becomes a part of your process. It's kind of like when you're younger, you kind of have a feeling like you know everything. And then the older you get and the more you study, the closer you get to God, the farther you feel away from Him because you realize that there's so much more to the equation than when you had no clue. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. The more you know, the more uninformed you feel. At least that's how it works out with me. Let's see. Hey, who's in the kitchen with me? Let me know who you are. Who's visiting? Let's see. Yeah, I'm really excited and proud and happy about Shauna of Shauna Sweet Spot and Regina of Regina's Baking Academy. Growing in leaps and bounds. They're not only encouraging each other, they're encouraging all of us too. Because they're not making excuses, they're just getting in there and getting the job done. So it looks like I am coming to a close. See you all on my next broadcast. You have a great one.